Hello, welcome. This is blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pinke, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the Federal Reserve has printed $9 trillion in the last year. The last 12 months, and this is a really big amount of money. It hasn't finished yet, and how it can lead to inflation, in the worst case, to hyperinflation. The second news is going to be that you really have to be careful to what you agree to, because I'm going to show you an example with Unicats that there was a guy who lost 140K worth of Uni token because he agreed to that smart contract in the wrong way. He wasn't careful, okay? So you have to be really careful with this, but I'm going to show you this example. And the third news is going to be about Metamask, because Metamask is growing significantly. And now they announced they're having actually more than 1 million active users per month. And this shows how popular Metamask is getting. So all this in today's video. And if you would like to get the freshest, crispiest, the hottest blockchain and cryptocurrency news every weekday, the only thing you have to do, you just simply subscribe to Blockchain Bloom and you click on the notification bell, because then you get the videos as soon as they're getting on YouTube. And it's very important to get them immediately, because then you have the information, you have the knowledge, and you can act. And in crypto, the time, it's very important. Things happening very, very fast. Okay, and you should also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can further educate yourself. First of all, we have our brand new course came out last week, and this is the course really all the things you need to know about Bitcoin and blockchain. It's called Understanding Bitcoin and Blockchain. And on this week, we're having a big sales till the 7th of October. You can get it for with a 30% discount, 30 lectures, 30 videos in it, and we're getting really into Bitcoin and blockchain. You will get amazing understanding of it. It's very important to have this knowledge. And we have also a free course. Both of the links are down here. The free one is about how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, so you can educate yourself. And now it's time to move on how the market looks like. Okay, so Bitcoin is right now at $10,724, which is, again, a little tiny increase when we're looking at this 24-hour time frame, 0.73%, but going up, and this is good. So Ethereum, $351, also going up, but just a little bit, 0.22% increase. When we're looking at the top winners, we have Monero 5%, Zcash 4%, NEM 3%. Not really big winners. Look, many of them in green, but just a little bit. When we're looking at the losers, we have PumaPay. If you do remember, it went up like crazy. Yesterday it was over 100% when if you watch yesterday's video. And now, of course, it's coming back 85%, dropping. Uniswap is going down 14%. SushiSwap is going down 13%. And here are some others. We have Ren. It also went up quite well recently in the last couple of days. So now it's like, of course, a minus 10%. That's logical. So not big losers, not big winners. It's kind of, in the middle, that kind of day. Okay, let's move on to the first news. And the first news is going to be that, the Fed has actually printed since September $9 trillion since last September. So in this 1 year period. And this is actually crazy in a way that these kind of bailouts meant to help, of course, but we have to understand that if they putting that amount of dollar into the market, then it will make the dollar just weaker and weaker. And if they keep doing it, they can reach the point when it's no turning back, okay? And if you flip over, then it comes the hyperinflation. So it can actually lead to inflation, and in the worst case scenario, of course, it's the worst case scenario, to hyperinflation. And it's very interesting here, highlighted two things that, beginning of September, 17th of September last year, 2019, month before the first case of COVID-19 was reported in the United States, that New York Fed embarked on a massive emergency repo loan operation. So way before it has started, which has reached 6 trillion cumulatively in loans by 6th of January. And the Fed has proved the data on the total amounts of daily loans, but not the names of the recipients. Okay? So whoever received that money, the Fed hasn't named it. So that's already kind of suspicious, right? And another very interesting thing is how the whole thing started and it ended up in this, what's happening right now. So since the Fed inception in 1913, so that's when the Fed was established. The statutory role of Federal Reserve has been to serve as lender of last resort to commercial banks, so that those commercial banks could help to overall economy by making sound business and consumer loans. The statutory role of Fed has never been to be a lender of last resort to a trading house on Wall Street or hedge funds. So it never meant to be that actually they giving money to Wall Street and hedge funds. Beginning with the 2007 to 2010 financial crisis, the New York Fed has simply arbitrarily decided to provide an unlimited money spigot to Wall Street trading houses whenever they are at risk of blowing themselves up as a result of their own hubris. So basically, I just wanted to read out that we don't miss anything. So Federal Reserve originally wasn't meant to do all these things. But then they just simply decided that's what they're going to do in the crisis between 2007 and 2010. And now it's kind of obvious. And this is also crazy that there was like $6 trillion money came out and the recipient were not named. So basically, this is how the rich getting richer. And it's very important that we can look behind the scenes. Okay, so we do know that the behind the dollar is basically nothing. Okay, it was backed by gold until 1971. Okay, it's taken off from the gold standard since that. The only thing what you had behind it is the government promise, and you can see how the dollar purchasing value is decreasing dramatically since the Federal Reserve has started back in 1913. And now with this printing, what's happening now, and that much money just pushed into the economy and freshly made dollar, kind of bailouts, but it's just, making the bubble even bigger and bigger. And there will be one point when the bubble burst. Okay, so I just wanted to point out these things that you guys are aware of that. Okay, let's move on to the second news. And the second news, it was posted on Twitter by this guy, Alex Manuskin. And, it's very important here, you said, if you are not yet convinced, you should not be approving infinite tokens to some random smart contracts. Here is a story, how John Doe lost 140K worth of uni in their sleep, okay? So, and here is the example he's showing. Here is this lovely site called Unicats. And basically, this guy called John here, I don't know if it's a real name or not, but it could be made up, who cares? So he assumed that maybe this is the next Wi-Fi. It's time to jump in, and it's a new thing, and always these new shady things, they can grow. And of course, when they grow, I'm get out. No worries. I know that it will be just last for a couple of hours, but who cares? I just want to make a quick profit. I'm greedy. That's the whole point. Greediness. Okay, and then therefore. He decided to deposit Uni token and gets the good old allow this dApp to spend your Uni. Okay, so they always pop up. Yeah, sure. Message from Metamask and things. Oh, this again. Yeah, all farming dApps do that. Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure. Agree. Okay, and that's what they did. And then John farmed some Mao. That's what you can farm with this Unicat. And thinks, yeah, I'm done with the game. I will pull out my Uni and retire now. Right? So I have this sweet Mao. I farmed it. It's a farm token. Now get out of Uni, get out of here, and it's a great deal. And what John doesn't know is that once you approve the contract to use infinite tokens, the contract can take their token at any time, even after they were withdrawn from the farming scene. Okay? So even after he withdrew, he agreed, that it can be taken anytime from his address. So, introducing Unicat, the owner of the Unicat's farm. Unicat is a greedy bastard. Not only was the whole thing a rug pull and scam, it also wants to go after all the approved tokens of the user. So basically, what's happening here, that because you agreed to this, he has the permission to take your tokens, even that you thought, okay, I'm done and I'm out of the game. Okay, and here you can see Unicat calls the set governance method with calls to the Uni tokens and the instruction of the transfer John's token to the farm. The past tokens are then swapped to ETH on Uniswap. So John loses 26k Uni and then another 10k Uni while they sleep. So be very careful. First of all, I am personally not a big fan of this kind of yield farming, new products coming out, no audits are around, and just people jumping in and putting in significant amount of money, so a lot, because they greedy. So the majority by now knows that these kind of projects have a very short life. They won't be there for a long time. The goal is to get profit right at the beginning, and they will dump it on the others who are just, arriving kind of late. But therefore, everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's in the rush. And when these things just pop up, just agree to this, agree to that, okay, agree to this infinite tokens. They just think that, oh yeah, sure, I agree. Look here, when you're looking at, here's an article I found it, how to create an ERC20 token in a simple way. It's a great explanation. You can read this article actually. But here are basically the codes which are in an ERC20 token. And here you can see the function transfer and the function transfer from. And as far as I know, this here, the second one, is the one where actually, they can agree that who can take money from your address. Because obviously, to make these kind of swaps and everything, there is a smart contract and there's a code in it. And obviously, you have to let them do things. But for that transaction, however, if you do this infinite token version, then basically, even after you're done, they still allowed to get access to your address, get access to your tokens. So you have to be very careful with that. And this is a great example, not just of greed, but also that people doing things here in a rush. And these are really, really shady projects. I personally wouldn't advise you to invest anything in these in this way, but I know that many people do it. Many people have made a lot of profits, so they say, yeah, okay, why not? Let's risk it. But yeah, these things can happen if you do that. Just be aware of it, okay, and know what you do. And the third news, it's going to be about Metamask, because Metamask is growing significantly. Look, last year they reported they have around 264,000 monthly users. And since that, they made more than 400% growth, as now they're saying that they have over 1 million active users per month. So we can see how much MetaMask has grown. And here are the number 4 countries where MetaMask is used the most. The number 1 is USA. Mostly they are number 1 in this case. Then they have India, Nigeria, and the Philippines. And you know how you can actually use it. So additionally, over the last 12 months, significant growth in the adoption of DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. That's what's short for. Web3 games and rapid consumer uptake of DeFi products and services has further accelerated our growth curve. And here you can see this growth. Look, back here in December 2019, so not even a year before, they had active users 250,000, and now they have over 1 million already. Okay, so it was then less than a year, basically 9 months it happened. This is just like a quick picture about how DeFi grew, because MetaMask is using DeFi a lot. Okay, so yeah. And probably, if you're using, for example, Uniswap and all these things, you're using MetaMask as well. We can see that MetaMask is right now really in the game. And for this many swaps, for this ERC20 tokens, people using it. So I just wanted to point out how much MetaMask has grown over this 1 year period. Actually, less than 1 year, I have to say. Okay, guys, if you like this kind of content, then smash the like button. I highly appreciate it. And if you want to get the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news every weekday, in that case, subscribe to this YouTube channel, BlockchainBloom. And, the only thing you really have to do is subscription, and then click the notification bell so you get the videos as soon as they on YouTube. And I put these videos on YouTube every weekday, so from Monday to Friday, every day you're getting a new video. Don't forget to educate yourself, not just from the daily videos. Read a lot about crypto and blockchain, watch other YouTube channels as well, and also read articles. And also don't forget, we have now 2 great courses for you. One, it's totally free, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. A lot of valuable information. And the second course, it's now on a heavy discount. It came out just last week, and it's all about what you need to know about Bitcoin and blockchain. These are the very, very, very important knowledge about it. Without this, you don't know the basics of Bitcoin and blockchain. 30 lessons, and you can get it now with a 30% discount until the 7th of October. So not long. But both of the links are under this video, so you can get these 2 courses. Educate yourself, prepare yourself, and get ready for the next bull market. Get ready to launch a career in crypto in blockchain, because now this industry is really, really fastly growing, and there aren't enough experts in it, right? Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Tomorrow I'm coming back with the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Have a good one. Bye-bye.